Welcome back to the session. We are discussing theory of machines. Today topic is degree of freedom. Let's have a look on the definition of degree of freedom. Degree of freedom is defined as the minimum number of independent variables required to define position and orientation of a particle or system. Position and orientation of a particle or system. Okay. First focus on degree of freedom of an object in space. Okay. Degree of freedom of an object in space. Talking about 3D, first take one object. It is an object. X, Y and Z. Okay. X, Y, Z. Okay. It is free to translate along X direction and free to rotate along X axis. Next, free to rotate along Y axis. Free to translate. It is rotation, translation. Rotation, translation. Here also same thing. Translation and rotation. T. Okay. So how many translations here? Total 3 translations plus 3 rotations. Okay. What is the degree of freedom of an object in space? Tell me. Degree of freedom of an object in 3D space is equal to 3 translations, 3 rotations equal to 6. Okay. The object is free to translate along x-axis, free to rotate about x-axis, free to translate along y-axis, free to rotate along y-axis. Similarly, translation along z-axis and rotation about z-axis. Total 3 translations and 3 rotations are possible for an object in 3D space. Okay. Now we can define degree of freedom equal to 6 minus number of motions arrested or number of motions restricted or number of constraints. Number of restraints. Okay, this is the degree of freedom of an object. Okay. 6 is total possible motions of an object in space. If there is any restriction came to that particular object, we need to subtract all number of motions arrested or number of motion restricted, number of constraints or number of restraints. More or less same meaning. Constraints, restraints. Okay, we need to subtract number of restricted possible motion. Finally, you will get number of motions possible. That is the degree of freedom of a particle or degree of freedom of the system. Okay. 6 is total number of motions possible. There is any restriction in the motion of an object, we need to subtract all restricted possible motions here. Finally, you will get degree of freedom of a particle or degree of freedom of the system. Write down up to here. This is the definition of degree of freedom. Degree of freedom is a minimum number of independent variables. Number of independent variables required to describe the position and orientation of the system or particle. That is called degree of freedom. So 3D, it is very popularly asked interview question. So you need to explain about 3D object. 3D object common sense. It can happily translate along three mutually perpendicular axes. It can rotate about any axis. Three rotations, three translations. Degree of freedom of an object in 3D space is 6. There is any restrictions now, we need to subtract all restricted motions here to get degree of freedom of the system. Clear? Clear? Now, Adam, Adam, here system number of constraints degree of freedom. See this case 1. Here only rotation is possible. ठीक है ना? So it is a turning pair. Yeah, only one rotation is allowed. Remaining all motions are restricted. That means how many motions are restricted? 3 translations, 2 rotations. How many motions are allowed? Degree of freedom is equal to 6 minus 3 translations, 2 rotations, in the sense 1 rotation. Okay na? So here degree of freedom, only 1 rotation is allowed. Only 1 rotation is allowed. Case 2. Cube on plate. See here. It is a cube. Feel that cube on the flat plate. Okay, cube on the flat plate. Here you will get it is x, it is y, it will be z. Correct na? On the plate. X, Y, Z. Are you following? Okay. Or else that is up to you. That is your understanding. Or else you can take X, Y, Z. That is up to you. Okay. You need to feel that X and Y on the plate. Z will be perpendicular to that. X is on the plate. It is correct actually. Okay. Y is on the plate. Okay. X. Z is perpendicular to the plate. Okay. See here. This thing is allowed. Translation is possible. You can translate it. Translation along y-axis. This is also possible. Okay. Translation along z-axis is not allowed. Okay. If it is moving upward, there is no contact between the cube and plate. So only rotation is allowed. Rotation is allowed. Okay. So here total motions are restricted. Tell me, one rotation is restricted. You can't rotate it about this axis. About y-axis also you can't rotate it. Two rotations. Okay, na? Two rotations restricted. First you can write translation. Two rotations restricted. Translations in the sense along z-axis. Translation is restricted. Degree of freedom is equal to 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. What is the degree of freedom? Tell me. Two translations, one rotation. Okay. Two translations, one rotation allowed. Two rotations, one translation restricted. Okay. So X and Y on the plate. Z is perpendicular to that. Okay. Next. Here it is surface contact. Surface contact. But not a lower pair. Lower pair means 1 degree of freedom. Okay. It is surface contact between the cube and plate. Even though it is not a lower pair. Surface contact but not a lower pair. Next. Cylinder on plate. You can take like this. X, Y, Z. That is up to you. Axis na, you can take whatever you feel. X, Y, Z. Fine. Okay. Here also you can take like that only. No issue. Here translation is allowed. Translation is allowed. Here translation is allowed. Rotation also allowed here. Rotation about this axis is allowed. Rotation is allowed. Okay. You can translate it. Translation is allowed. Here translation both rotation allowed. Here rotation only allowed. How many motions restricted? One rotation is restricted here. one rotation, one translation. Correct na? One translation. Just feel it. It is a cylinder na. You kept cylinder on the plate. You kept cylinder on the plate or table. You can happily, it is a cylinder placed on, okay, X, Y, Z cylinder. You can translate along x-axis, translation along x-axis, translation along y-axis, okay na? And rotation about this axis, rotation is possible. This translation possible. Rotation about this particular axis is possible, and rotation about z-axis also possible. Okay, translation along z-axis is not possible. So okay, translation along x and y-axis possible, rotation about y-axis possible, rotation about z-axis also possible. What are the motions restricted? Translation along z-axis, rotation along x-axis. That's it. Okay, your degree of freedom equal to 6 minus 2, 4. What are they? Two translations, two rotations. Okay, here it is, line contact but not higher pay. It is not a higher pay. So you can take x, y, z or x, y, z. That is up to you. Focus cube na. If it is a cube, translation along x-axis and y-axis possible, rotation about z-axis. You can't rotate about x and y-axis, but you can rotate about z-axis. Okay, so what are the motions possible we are mentioning here? These are, what are the motions restricted? Those are called number of constraints. Here, what are the motions possible? Means 6 minus number of constraints. 6 minus 2. Here, one translation, one rotation. Restricted means two translations, two rotations are possible. That's it. So here, first thing is turning plate, cube on flat plate, cylinder on plate. Now, sphere on plate. First, write down up to here. Follow na? There's no confusion in XYZ axis. Okay, so just feel it. Cube, you should keep cube on the plate. Then how to move the cube in a different way. Similarly, cylinder. Everything is important. Now, sphere on plate. Sphere on plate. Sphere on plate. Just keep X, Y, and Z. X, Y, Z. Okay. You can take so translation along this is possible, translation along this is possible, so you can happily rotate it now. Rotation about y-axis possible, so rotation about this axis possible, rotation about z-axis also possible. Okay, so you can happily rotate it. You can happily rotate the things. Clear? So that is the thing. Number of constraints. You can keep like this also. Rotation about this axis. Okay. Now here, how many rotations? Tell me. How many motions are restricted? Only one translation. Translation. Okay. How many motions are possible here? Two translations, three rotations possible. So here degree of freedom is equal to 6 minus 1 is equal to 5. Two translations, three rotations. Total 5 is the degree of freedom. Point of contact, but it is not a higher pair. Okay. So you can happily, it can rotate it na. It can happily rotate like this and like this and like this. Okay? It can happily translate along x-axis and translate along this axis. It can rotate about these two axes, rotate about z-axis also. So how many motions are possible? Two translations, three rotations. Only one motion is restricted. It can't translate along z-axis. That's it. It is sphere on plate. These all are reference axes. This is the axis of the sphere. That's it. Right on up to here. Take a picture. Okay. Expression for degree of freedom of a system in a 3D space. Yeah. First, degree of freedom F equivalents to L equal to, first write down, L equal to total number of links. Total number of links, L minus 1. Here, number of movable links. Number of movable links. Here, total number of links means, for example, only one link present in the 3D space. Only one link present. Observe it. Don't by heart it. You should know how it came. Only one link present in the 3D space. What is the degree of freedom of one link? Tell me. Degree of freedom of one link is nothing but 6 na. What is the degree of freedom of a link in 3D space? 6 into 1. Correct na? Two links are present like this. Two links. Okay, separately. They are not connected. separately. What is the degree of freedom of these two links? Tell me. 6 here, 6 here. So 6 into 2. Okay. For example, L number of links are present in the system. L number like that. L number of links. What is the degree of freedom of L number of links? 6 into L. 6 into L. But one of the link must be fixed to make or to build the mechanism. Okay, one of the link in the kinematic chain must be fixed to get mechanism. That means one link must be fixed. Here L minus movable links. Pakana L minus 1 movable links present in the 3D space. What is the degree of freedom of L minus 1 movable links? Is nothing but 6 into L minus 1. L minus 1. Correct na? One link present in the system, 6 into 1. Two links, 6 into 2. L links, 6 into L. L minus 1 movable links present in the 3D space. What is the degree of freedom of L minus 1 movable links? 6 into L minus 1. Now, they are connected. Initially, L minus 1 movable links are free to move in the 3D space. Okay, now they are not connected by the joint. Now, I connected by using a binary joint with the degree of freedom 1. With the degree of freedom 1. P1 equal to number of pairs. Number of pairs with degree of freedom 1. With degree of freedom 1. If you join or if you connect two or any links, two links by using one pair, okay na? So it is P1. It is allowing 1 degree of freedom. Allowing 1 degree of freedom means number of motions restricted by this particular 1 degree of freedom joint. Tell me, 1 degree of freedom is allowed means 5 motions will be restricted. If only one joint present, one joint present, allowing 1 degree of freedom, number of motions restricted 5 for one joint. For P1 number of joints, 5 into P1. Number of motions are going to restricted. That is why we need to keep minus. I repeat, P1 means number of pairs with degree of freedom 1. What is meant by degree of freedom? Total 6 into total possible motions minus number of motions restricted. P1 is the number of pairs with degree of freedom 1. Only one is there. P1, only one pair. Allowing 1 degree of freedom. Number of motions restricted 5 into 1. Correct na? 5 into 1. If P1 number of pairs are there, number of motions restricted is nothing but 5P1. That is the degree of freedom formula. Formula definition. Total possible motions minus number of restraints, number of constraints, number of motions arrested, number of motions restricted. Okay na? So now P2 is nothing but number of pairs with degree of freedom 2. Degree of freedom 2 means 2 motions are allowed. 4 motions are going to be restricted. Okay na? Similarly, P3 is nothing but degree of freedom 3. P4 degree of freedom 4. Degree of freedom 5. So minus P3 in the sense 3P3 P 1, 2, 3, 4. P 5. This is called degree of freedom of a system in 3D space. For 3D. This is the thing. Understood? Y minus number of motions restricted. P1 means number of motions allowed. Okay, number of one motion is allowed. How many motions are restricted? 5 motions restricted. Okay, na? P1 number of joints are there with the degree of freedom 1. Okay, one motion is allowed, 5 motions are restricted. 2 motions allowed, 4 motions are restricted. 3 motions allowed, 3 motions are restricted. Like that we need to go. Okay, so P1 number of joints are there. P1 number of joints are there. Every joint restricting 5 motions. Okay, so one joint is there. P1 means 1 DYF means one motion is allowed. Five motions are restricted. Okay, now if one joint is there, one pair is there, one motion is allowed, 5 motions are restricted. P1 is equal to 1. Number of motions restricted, 5 into 1 motions restricted. Here P1 is equal to P1. 5 P1 motions are going to be restricted. Okay. 5 P1 motions will be restricted. That is why we need to subtract 5 P1 motions from the total available motions. That is 6 into L minus 1. L minus 1 mobile links present in the space. Each link is having 6 degree of freedom. Okay. 6 into L minus 1 is the total possible degree of freedom of L minus 1 mobile links. P1 number of joints are there. P1 number of joints are there. Every joint allowing one motion, restricting 5 motions. Total motions restricted. Every P1 joint restricting 5. P1 joints are present. Total 5 P1 motions are going to be restricted. Restricted. That is why you need to keep minus. F means allowed. That is the thing. 5 motions restricted. So this is the thing. Similarly, P2 in the sense 2 motions allowed, 4 motions restricted. P2 number of joints are there, P2 number of pairs are there. Total motions will be restricted 4 into P2. We are in position to explain this equation instead of by hearting it. Okay. Right on up to here. This is the degree of freedom for the 3D space. But in BTech level, we need to focus on the planar mechanisms. That is 2D. Now we can focus on the 2D. Right on? Degree of freedom of an object in 2D space. it is x, y only, x, y, 2D. It is x, y. Okay. So here x na, it is y. That means just take feel that it is a cube plate. It is a plate. You can translate along this. Where is the plate? Take it. No issue, no issue. Yeah, it is a plate. You can move along x-axis. You can move along y-axis. You can rotate it. Okay, rotation. This is translation. This translation also allowed. Correct now? Translation, translation, rotation. That's it. Okay. You can rotate it about z-axis, translation along x-axis, translation along y-axis. It is 2D space, x and y only. Okay, na? XY coordinate system. Now, yeah, degree of freedom, F is equal to, yeah, total degree of freedom of object in 2D space, degree of freedom of an object in 2D space is equal to 3, 2 translations, 1 rotation. Okay, so we need to talk about only 3 planar mechanisms and planar objects. Okay, so now L is equal to total number of links. Similarly, L minus 1, total number of movable links. Here, P1 is equal to J is equal to pair number of pair with degree of freedom 1, or else number of lower pairs, number of binary joints, number of binary joints. Okay, so that is P1. P2 is equal to H, number of pairs with degree of freedom 2, number of higher pairs. Okay, na? So L minus 1 mobile links are there, na? We need to take L minus 1, 3 into L minus 1. Why? Because each link is having 3 degree of freedom on the plane or this particular planar mechanism and 2D space. Number of motions restricted. For P1, tell me, 1 motion is allowed. Means 2 motions are going to be restricted in 2D space. 3D, total 6 motions. In 2D, degree of freedom for 2D. We are talking about 2D. Okay. So here, total number of motions allowed 1. Okay. For pair 1, P1. For binary joints or lower pair. Number of motions restricted here 2. Okay. So that is minus 2 into P1 minus 1 into P2. Yeah, total motions allowed 3. P1 means lower pairs allowing 1 motion, 2 motions are going to be restricted in plane. Okay, in 2D space. You can write it as 3 into L minus 1 minus 2J minus H. This is called degree of freedom of a planar mechanism, sir. Total number of lower pairs are binary joints, number of higher pairs. Next write down. Write down up to here. Completed na? This is all about content regarding degree of freedom. Now we can try to determine degree of freedom of mechanisms. We can start with 4-bar mechanism. Right now, determine degree of freedom of the following mechanisms. Degree of freedom of following mechanisms. Question number A. Four-bar mechanism. Four-bar mechanism. So first focus on the numbering of the links. Fixed link na. So we need to number it as n number of fixed link present in the system. We need to keep one. Okay now, one fixed link. One for fixed link. Just give all the numbers in the clockwise direction for easiness. It is 2, 3, 4. Okay. Total number of links equal to 4. Binary joins means lower pairs. We need to count the lower pairs like this. Between 1 and don't count the number of joins like this. That is worst way of solving problem. Okay. Between 1 and 2, turning pair. Turning pair means one lower pair. Correct now? Between 2 and 3, turning pair. Turning pair means one lower pair. We need to give lower pair for 1. 1. Between 3 and 4, turning pair. Between 4 and 1, turning pair. Clear? So like that, we need to count the number of binary joins or number of lower pairs. Okay, we need to see the relative motion between two links. What is the relative motion between 1 and 2? Relative motion between 1 and 2, turning pair, pure rotation. Relative motion between 2 and 3, turning pair. 3 and 4, turning pair. 3 and 1, 4 and 1, turning pair. Total how many turning pairs? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 turning pairs. There is any higher pair here? 0. Okay, now F is equal to 3 into L minus 1, 2J minus H. So 3 into 4 minus 1, 2 into 4 minus 0, 9 minus 8, 1. Degree of freedom of 4-bar mechanism is 1. Okay, next. B. 5-bar mechanism. 5-bar mechanism. Here What is meant by 1 degree of freedom? Tell me. One input. One input. So degree of freedom is equal to number of inputs required to number of inputs, number of actuators required to run the mechanism. Number of motors, actuators in the sense motors. Number of inputs required to run the mechanism, number of actuators required to run the mechanism. Here, one motor is sufficient to run the mechanism. Only one input, 1 degree of freedom. For example, for 4-bar mechanism, it is fixed link 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bars. Between 1 and 2, turning pair, 2 and 3, turning pair, 3 and 4, turning pair, 4 and 5, turning pair, 5 and 1, turning pair. Number of links, 5. Joints, 5. H equal to 0. 3 into 5 minus 1. 2 into 5 minus 0. This is how much? 12 minus 10 is equal to 2. F is equal to 2. F equal to 2 means 2 inputs. Input 1, input. This is also input. So 2 inputs required to run the mechanism. It is unconstrained kinematic chain. Unconstrained kinematic chain. Degree of freedom 1. Constrained kinematic chain. Unconstrained or constrained kinematic chain. Okay. Okay. Perfect na? Unconstrained kinematic chain, constrained kinematic chain. If degree of freedom is, here degree of freedom is greater than 1, you can call it as a unconstrained chain. Unconstrained chain. Constrained chain is nothing but this is degree of freedom. That is a definition of this particular constrained kinematic chain, unconstrained kinematic chain. 5-bar kinematic chain, 5-bar kinematic chain or 5-bar mechanism, you can call it as a unconstrained kinematic chain. In robotic terminology, you can call it as a manipulator. So more than 1 degree of freedom. Parallel manipulators. Okay, so that is the thing. So no need to think about manipulator level, but just unconstrained kinematic chain. It is constrained kinematic chain. More than 2 motions, na? More than 1 motion. That is why unconstrained. It is constrained. Next, 3-bar chain. 3-bar thing. See here. 3-bar mechanism, no name, it is a structure actually. You can write. So 1, 2, 3. It is having 3 bars. In that case, total number of links equal to 3. J equal to 3. H equal to 0. F is equal to 3 into 3 minus 1. 2 into 3 minus 0. So 6 minus 6 equal to 0. F equal to 0. If F equal to 0, you can call it as a structure. It is a structure. Degree of freedom 1, constrained kinematic chain. It is unconstrained kinematic chain. So degree of freedom 0, you can call it as a structure. It is very important. 2 degree of freedom means 2 inputs. Okay, 2 motors or 2 actuators. 1 degree of freedom means 1 input required to run the mechanism. To run this mechanism, 1 motor is sufficient. To run this mechanism, 2 motors are required. Why? Because degree of freedom is 2. Next, write down up to here. Yeah, ink fill చేయి. లేదు అసలు అయిపోయింది. బ్లూ 2 ఫిల్ చేసి చేసావా? ఫస్ట్ రైట్ డౌన్ అప్ టు హియర్. ABC, now D. So now D. It is 6 bar mechanism. First keep 1 1 1 here. Done. It is 1 2. It will be 3 4 5 6. Between 1 and 2. Between 1 and 2, lower pair, 2 and 3, lower pair, 3 and 4, lower pair, 4 and 1, turning pair, 3 and 5, lower pair, turning pair, na 5 and 6, turning pair, 6 and 1, turning pair. Total number of lower pairs. L is equal to 6. J equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. H equal to 0. F is equal to 3 into 6 minus 1, 2 into 7 minus 0, 15 minus 14 is equal to 1. F is equal to 1. Next, okay, so here 1, 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total number of links equal to 7. Between 1 and 2, 2 and 4, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 3 and 5, this. So here 3, 6, 8. H equal to 0. F equivalents to 3 into 7 minus 1, 2 into 8, 18 minus 16. It is 6 bar mechanism. 6 bar mechanism. It is 7 bar mechanism. Okay. Right on up to here. Now, take a pic. Done. Next step. Fill E na. Now F. Oh. E. Yeah. See this? It is slider crank mechanism. So tell me, here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It is very important. When you get a slider, na, just take care of taking number of lower pairs. So between 1 and 2, one lower pair. Between 2 and 3, another lower pair. Here, between 3 and 4, between link 3 and 4, turning pair, okay, and here between 4 and 1, sliding pair, okay. So here you will get one pair, and between this and this, another pair you will get it. Okay, na? Between 3 and 4, turning pair. Between 4 and 1, sliding pair. Okay, so 1 and 2, turning pair. 2 and 3, turning pair. 3 and 4, turning pair. 4 and 1, sliding pair. Total number of links here, 4. Joints, 4. H, 0. 3 into 4 minus 1 minus 2 into 4 minus 0. 9 minus 8, 1. F is equal to 1. Okay. Now, E, F. See here. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. So, between 1 and 2, turning pair. Between 3 and 1, sliding pair. This is higher pair. 1 higher pair. So total number of links na, yeah, total number of links equal to 3. Total number of joints, binary joints, between 1 and 2 turning pair, between 3 and 1 turning pair. Total number of binary joints 2. Higher pair equal to 1. F is equal to 3 into 3 minus 1, 2 into 2 minus 1. How much is this? 6 minus 5, 1. Okay? Here, this is knife edge follower. EFG. So, this is sun gear, planet gear, arm gear. Arm gear. Okay? Sun gear, planet gear, ठीक है ना. Now see here, one one link to sun gear is linked to arm is link 3, this is 4. ठीक है. Fixed link is 1. Okay ना. 2 1 2 3 4, total number of links equal to 4. Clear. It is not fixed link, it is not fixed link, just hinge. ठीक है. Can I say first link, second link, third link joined here? You can call it as ternary joint, equivalent to two binary joints. Correct na? First link, second link, third link meeting here. Can I call it as a ternary joint? One ternary joint equal to two binary joints between 3 and 4. Between 3 and 4 turning pair, it is higher pair. Okay na. Point contact, higher pair. So total number of binary joints, tell me. Two binary joints here, one more binary joint here, total 3. Higher pair equal to 1. F is equal to 3 into 4 minus 1, 2 into 3 minus 1. 9 minus 6 minus 1. Finally, 2 is the degree of freedom for epicyclic gear train. Okay na. Planetary or epicyclic gear train. Okay. See, this is knife edge follower. This is slider crank mechanism. Okay. So what is the degree of freedom of epicyclic gear train? Right on up to here. EFG na H. H. See here. Okay. Here, 1, it is 1, 2. So 1, 2. This is third link, fourth link, fifth link, sixth link, 7, 8. Correct na? From here to here, it is a one link. Complete thing is a link. It is turning pair between 3 and 4. Okay. So here, complete thing is another link. From here to here, it is a third link. Okay. So it is moving front and back. Okay. So here, between 1 and 4, turning pair. Here, between 1 and 2, this is between 1 and 2, between 1 and 2 sliding pair, sliding pair, sliding pair between 2 and 3, turning pair. Okay, na? It is 1, sliding pair, lower pair between 2 and 3, lower pair, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, 5 and 6, 6 and 7, 7 and 8, 8 and 5, the 6 and 3, again 4 and 1. Total how many? Total number of links equal to, total number of links equal to 8. Total number of joints equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. H equal to 0. F equal to 3 into 8 minus 1. 2 into 10 minus 0. 21 minus 20 is equal to 1. 1 degree of freedom for this particular mechanism. HI. Right now? ठीक है clear. See this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Correct. Total number of links equal to 8. Total number of links equal to 8. Between 1 and 2, turning pair, 2 and 3, turning pair, 3 and 4, turning pair, 4 and 1, turning pair, 3 and 5, turning pair, 7 and 8, 8 and 1. Here, this particular thing is a ternary joint. Correct na? Fifth link, sixth link, seventh link meeting here. That means one ternary joint equivalents to two binary joints. Correct? Fifth link, sixth link, and seventh link meeting here. That means ternary joint between 6 and 1. Sliding pair. That means one lower pair. Okay, na? So finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 plus 2, 10. This is the way to count lower pairs. What is, don't count this particular joints. That is Bakwas way of solving degree of freedom. See the relative motion between two links. What kind of pair it is. 1 and 2, turning pair, 2 and 3, turning pair, 3 and 4, turning pair, 4 and 1. Here it is a ternary joint, means two binary joints, means two turning pair, two lower pairs, and 6 and 1, sliding pair. So finally we need to count all the lower pairs, that is J. H equivalents to 0, F equivalents to 3 into 8 minus 1 minus 2 into 10 minus 0. 21 minus 20 is equal to 1. F equal to 1. Clear? Correct now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. Total 8. Correct only. Perfect. Yeah. Write down up to here. Okay. H I J. ठीक है, clear? So it is a simple gate train. Simple gate train. Degree of freedom of simple gate train. 1 1 1 1 1. ठीक है, 2 3 4 5 6. Total number of links 6. 1 degree of freedom you should get. Okay, because one input is enough to run the system. Between 1 and 2, one turning pair. 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 1 and 6. So 1 2 3 4 5. J equal to 5. Higher pair, higher pair, higher pair, higher pair, higher pair. So 1 2 3 4. So total number of higher pairs 4. F is equal to 3 into 6 minus 1, 2 into 5 minus 4. 15 minus 10 minus 4 is nothing but 1 is the degree of freedom for this particular gate. Simple gate train, Hij, Madam, degree of freedom of psychometric chart. Okay. Moist air, water vapor plus dry air. Gibbs phase rule. See, total psychometric chart is drawn for moist air. Okay, now moist air. Moist air contains water vapor and dry air. Moist air is a phase. It contains two components. Correct na? Moist air contains two components. They are water vapor and dry air. Okay na? Total number of phases 1. Moist air is a phase. It contains two components. Then P plus F is equal to C plus 2. 1 plus F is equal to 2 plus 2. F is equal to 3. 3 degree of freedom according to Gibbs phase rule. According to Gibbs phase rule. Okay. Degree of freedom of psychometric chart according to Gibbs phase rule. Now apply same thing here. What is meant by degree of freedom? The number of independent parameters required to describe position and orientation of the system. Okay na? Number of independent parameters required to mark a point in the psychometric chart. Tell me. I gave dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature. Okay na? Dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature are given. Are you able to mark a point in psychometric chart? Correct na? So what is the degree of freedom of psychometric chart? In your knowledge, tell me 2. Correct na? Are you following? Number of parameters required to mark a position in the psychometric chart will be 2 only. You can if we give dry bulb temperature and air bulb temperature, you can happily mark a point in the psychometric chart. Okay, so but Gibbs is giving 3 degree of freedom, but here you are observing 2 degree of freedom. Among these two, which one is correct? Tell me. Here you are getting 3 degree of freedom according to Gibbs phase rule. But here 2 parameters enough to mark a point in the psychometric chart. What is the missing degree of freedom here? Tell me. That is atmospheric pressure. Barometric pressure will be given here now. This is barometric pressure. Okay, so you are giving wet bulb temperature and dry bulb temperature at a particular barometric pressure. So you are calculating all the values based on that particular barometric pressure. Now tell me how many total independent parameters to mark a position of the position in the psychometric chart. That is 3. Degree of freedom is equal to 3 for psychometric chart. But people won't focus this. Okay, they will feel that only 2 parameters enough to mark a point in the psychometric chart. Okay, so it is not a Grubler's criteria, but anyhow, this point is important in the interview point of view. So what is the degree of freedom of psychometric chart? So you can calculate degree of freedom of moist air based on the Gibbs phase rule. Okay, na? Moist air contains water vapor and dry air. Moist air is a phase. Okay, it contains 2 components, water vapor and dry air. Finally, you will get 3 degree of freedom of moist air. Total psychometric chart is drawn for moist air. Okay, na? Here, any 2 parameters along with barometric pressure is required. That is why we can say the degree of freedom of psychometric chart is 3. Right now, Priya? L. Here, this complete thing is a single link. There is no relative motion between the fixed link and this link. Complete thing is a fixed link. Correct na? Here you are having relative motion between 1 and 2. Okay? But here 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? See this? Between 1 and 2, turning pair, 2 and 3, turning pair, 3 and 4, turning pair, 4 and 5, turning pair, 5 and 1, turning pair. It is higher pair. So here total number of links equal to 5. Joints equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Higher pair is equal to 1. F equal to 3 into 5 minus 1. 2 into 5 minus 1. 12 minus 10 minus 1. It is equal to 1. Now L, M. See this? Yeah. One spring equivalent to two lower pairs. Okay. Here one spring equivalent to two lower pairs. That means it is equivalent to, yeah, just small change. You can make it like this. Otherwise, it will become same problem. Okay. Just you are replacing spring with two turning pairs. Complete thing is a single link. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Higher pair 1, 1, 1. Between 4 and 5 turning pair, 5 and 6 turning, 6 and 1 turning pair. Total number of links. Total number of links equal to 6. Number of joints 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 into 6 minus 1, 2 into 6 minus 1, 15 minus 12 minus 1, 2. Equal to 2 for this particular thing. One spring equivalent to spring equivalent to two two binary links connected by the turning pair. Two binary links connected with a turning pair. Again, this is nothing but LM. Completed? N. ठीक है, very simple. Here it is 1 2 3 4 6 7 8 9. Correct now? Total number of links equal to 9. So here tell me between 1 and 2 turning pair. Here, so here it is this. Take care of here 6 7 8. One ternary joint equivalent to, so here between 7 and 1 na sliding pair, between 7 and 1 sliding pair. So total number of links equal to 9. 3 3 6 6 2 8. 3 3 6 6 2 8. 8 to 10. 10 plus 1 11. H equal to 0. F is equal to 3 into 9 minus 1, 2 into 11 minus 0. F is equal to 2 degree of freedom. This is F. This is the degree of freedom of that particular mechanism. Next. Completed. Now put a day. So for all mechanisms, you will directly get degree of freedom. Okay. M N na O. Yesterday we discussed one question, right? Okay. If you solve this problem, see 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Total number of links equal to 10. Joints, tell me. It is what? One ternary joint equal to two binary joints. 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 Ternary joint equal to two binary joints. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One penta joint na. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 binary joints. Okay. So total number of joints equal, tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 10, 14. It's equal to 0. Correct na? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 2 ja. F is equal to 3 into 10 minus 1. 2 into 14. How much is this? 27 minus 28 is equal to minus 1. It is super structure. Okay. Super structure. Put a note. If F is equal to 1, F equal to 1, constrained kinematic chain. F is greater than 1, unconstrained chain, you can say unconstrained chain. F equal to 0, structure. F is equal to less than 0, that means negative superstructure. Okay, now F less than 0 means negative superstructure. That is the degree of freedom. It is a truss. It is a truss. What is the degree of freedom of the truss? This is nothing, superstructure, you will get it, minus 1. Next. One ternary giant equal to two binary. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 links are meeting here. Huh? Whatever.
Sir, one ternary equal to four
Equal to
binary.
4 binary now. Who said?
Ah,
One ternary equal to 4 binary. Impossible. Okay.
the case the 2 to 3, sir.
No. Impossible task. Here, first write down here. One ternary, just now we discussed now, one ternary equal to two binary only. Why four binary? It is pentagiant. This type of thing won't come in the kinematic chains. It is just for our satisfaction only solved the thing. Actually, truss is a structure. Okay. One ternary giant equal to two binary. Pakka. One, two, three, na. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3. Okay. Two independent things required. Two independent na. One ternary equal to two binary. Two giants enough. 1, 2 and 2, 3. 1, 2. 2, 3. You will get it. Number of independent binary giants. But actually total 3, but 2 enough to describe the system. Now penta in the sense 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 5. So there's 1, 2. We can select 1, 2 and 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. So one pentagiant equivalents to 4 binary giants. It is correct only. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 giants. 4 independent giants required to describe the system. One ternary giant equal to 2 binary giants. One pentagiant equal to 4 binary giants. Now you can take a break because we need to start redundancy and some set of problems we need to solve. So now you can take a break. Then we can meet at 2 o'clock, 2 to 4 and 5 to 7. Okay, na? So today we can meet at 2 to 4. So we can start this particular redundancy. Redundancy is very, very important. Very important topic. So meanwhile, I will share one PDF to you people, then go through it. So almost 1.5 hour lecture was over regarding degree of freedom. Okay, so we need to discuss redundancy. Okay, so redundant motion and redundant link in the next class. Okay, so this is all about some introduction to degree of freedom. Fine. Any queries regarding degree of freedom? Any queries? Any comments? Fine. We can meet at 2 o'clock. Thank you.